I've got a pretty good argument for why Bitcoin is going to reach all-time highs before the halving. Yes, it sounds crazy, very ambitious, but hear me out. First off, I want to go over this. Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve says that he thinks there's going to be 3 rate cuts this year. Keep in mind, everybody's freaking out that they might actually raise rates. Well, let's go back a little bit into history. November of 2022, that was pretty much the bottom of Bitcoin. And during that time, they were raising rates, right? So we went from $15,500 to the mid 30s during a time with rising rates. So what does that mean? It means that it doesn't matter. They're still going to be printing tons and tons of currency like you've never believed before. And actually, U.S. expenditures right now, or the interest paid on debt, reaches more than the military's expenditure for 1 year. So it's really interesting to see how much they are actually printing. And guess what loves that? Bitcoin. So now let's get into the fun stuff here. That stuff that actually matters. I really don't think the Federal Reserve actually matters anymore because they're kind of irrelevant. They just print, and Bitcoin loves it. So here's a good tweet from Fred Krueger on Twitter. He says, now, I don't think we're going to hit all-time highs in 30 days, but I do think we're going to hit all-time highs before the halving, maybe very close to that. So he says the case for all-time highs within the next 30 to 60 days. Let's step back and ask ourselves how the next 30 or 60 days could play out. GPTC, grayscale selling, pressure on Bitcoin is largely over. Now, we do have like $1 billion left of grayscale selling, and that's fine. That should be over within like 2.5 weeks from now, in my opinion. But anything else, who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. Now we have the new 9, which is the large institutions that are getting into this space, that are buying crazy amounts of Bitcoin, is now accumulating pretty relentlessly. They are at a total of 175,000 coins, valued at $7.5 billion. This is in 18 trading days. So their trading sessions are Monday through Friday. And now we have, over the next 30 to 60 days, there are 20 to 40 trading sessions. I would bet this results in between $4 and $6 billion of new USD inflows. At a market cap of 850 billion, it's pretty easy to see this market move 50% or to $64,000, basically at all-time highs before that ends. Actually, these institutions are accumulating so much Bitcoin that they are going to actually be passing MicroStrategy's stash or bag, Bitcoin bag, by Tuesday, so tomorrow. That is really interesting. And I've been saying over and over again that I think that the whole goal, at least with BlackRock, is to own more Bitcoin than even Satoshi does. And one interesting thing is that FTX is paying back these customers that they've owed in USD. So what does that mean? That means that probably these people are going to get this cash, and they're going to have to buy Bitcoin on the open market if they do want Bitcoin. And I think a lot of people are going to want Bitcoin because they understand what is happening with the amount of demand right now compared to the supply, which is very little. I mean, pretty much it's GBTC at this point selling the majority. Once that is over, I mean, you're going to see a supply crunch like you've never seen before. So what does that mean for the overall space? Well, Bitcoin rises all boats. So we have definitely been taking advantage of especially the AI space. I think that is one of my favorite sectors right now because it is going to overtake the world. I can get into it in the next video, but just keep in mind that Apple has now jumped into the AI space and they are not going to slow down at all. So that means that there's going to be a huge bull run in AI. That's all I can say. But if you want to check out what AI coins we're getting into, check out learningcrypto.com, home of the CT Club. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.